Okay, so we have both now watched Stargirl on Disney Plus. Um, Now, Mr. Carter, you are a fan of Disney, and
Very much so.
yeah, you maybe have a little bit of experience having worked for Disney.
This
What?
is true.
Yes. I have no experience working for Disney, and I'm not as much of a Disney fan. But we've both watched Stargirl now after having read the book with classes, and I loved the novel. I've loved it for a while. So I don't know about you, if you're the type of person who always likes the book better than the movie.
I really have no preference in that regard in terms of I could give you several different examples and it can go either way. Um, in this particular instance, I also loved the book. And I think you and I disagree a little bit on the movie. I like the movie.
And I
I thought it,
didn't.
yeah, okay. And I thought the movie did some interesting things with the adaptation. There were aspects of the movie that I did not like. In this instance, I did like the book more, but I don't uniformly like the book more than the movie.
Okay. See, it depends for me if I have read the book first or watched the movie first. So back when Twilight came out, I watched the movie before I read the books. So I liked the movie just fine. It was the same with Aragon. I watched the movie first and then read the book.
Okay.
So I like that movie just fine too. It wasn't, yeah. But most of the time, if I read the book first, oh, I hate the movie because they messed it up. And they did. I feel like they messed Stargirl up. They changed so many things. We won't give away spoilers for the kids who are wanting to watch the movie at some point. We won't give away big parts of it, but
I think they felt the need to add in some backstory with the main character and his family. There are some elements of that I think are just not in the book at all. Um, there were some parts of the adaptation that I liked. I liked that there were some. I like kind of the multiracial casting, and the book doesn't necessarily lay that out. But I like that some of the characters I wouldn't have thought of them of when I was reading it. I didn't necessarily have it in my head as that certain characters being a person of color. But then when I saw the movie, I was like, oh, I actually like that. That's perfect. That actor fits that role perfectly. So I enjoyed that. I agree there were aspects of the narrative, particularly the end, that they really messed up, in my opinion.
so yeah, I think at that point in time in Micah, Arizona, or this made up city in Arizona, I don't think there was much diversity there. This is
Right.
around the turn of the century. It was published in 2002, and I think in that time period, in that year, there probably wasn't a lot of diversity in the school, so it kind of makes sense. But I did like that it didn't matter what race any character was. They worked it in on personality
Yeah.
versus.
And I thought they did a good job of that. I also thought they did a good job of, based on when the book was published, I thought they did a good job of incorporating text messaging and modern technology into the
Mhm.
story, which I think they kind of had to do if they were going to put it. 2002 isn't long enough ago that you could make a period piece from 2002. So
Yeah.
they probably wanted to set it in modern day or just sort of a general modern day setting. And I think to have the characters have phones and text each other, I liked how they incorporated a little bit of that as well.
Yeah. So I don't know how you feel about this. Did you like High School Musical?
I think that the first one is really good. I think that they got, so this is my bias coming through a little bit, but it actually hurts in this regard. Where I worked in Disney, the High School Musical parade came by every day, so I have a lot of those songs stuck in my head to a level that I would describe it as annoying.
Mhm.
So the songs have become more annoying to me as I've gotten away from it a little bit. I think the first one was really clever and was really really good. I thought the sequels were kind of okay.
See, okay, so what I like about High School Musical is it says in the title what you're getting, but they turned Stargirl, in my opinion, into High School Musical, which is very Disney. But this is not a Disney type of a movie. Like, it should not be a High School Musical. And I feel that's what they made it. They made it so similar to that.
I think they really tried, without giving too much away, something that I found very profound about the book was that I would say that it does not end on a happy ending. I think it ends in a very ambiguous way, which I really, really liked. And to me was very true to real life. And that's what I was so moved by. I feel like the movie, without saying much, really tries to put a very happy ending on it when I don't think that was very natural for the circumstance or the characters.
Yeah. Well, and the way like there are some similarities in the ending and they don't match up where they matched up in the book and they didn't match up in the movie. Like it seems like they tried to follow the book when it shouldn't have. Like if they were going to change the ending, they need to change the ending.
Yeah, I felt that they did a little. Leo's Leo's character arc at the end of the movie is just so completely different, and I understand from a cinematic perspective why they really wanted to insert that character into the narrative rather than how he just kind of tells about it in the book.
Yeah.
But it if you've read the book, it comes off as forced. I think
Yeah.
if you've not read the book, you
It'd be
just be
just a
like,
cute
oh,
movie.
yeah, you just think it's a cute movie. But I think people who've read the book will find themselves a little bit more disappointed if they
And
were
I
as
also I also hated some of the characters that they changed.
such
Like they
as
changed some key characters and that really made me mad.
I I think that the Hillary Kimball was the one that I thought they changed a lot.
Hmm.
And I think they changed maybe some of her motivations a little bit.
Hmm.
I didn't so much mind that change. What are the ones that bothered you the most?
Archie.
Archie's very different.
Yeah. And the I just some of the things that made Archie Archie they changed.
Yeah.
Like some of his mannerisms and they describe like I really don't want to give too much away, but man, they left out a lot of Archie's stuff. And they could have used
Yeah.
the same actor and just made it more authentic to the book. And and yeah.
I just think the end of the novel is so profound because it ends in a very true way to life. The novel is about missed opportunities and missed connections in your life. And I feel like that was going to be very hard for Disney to translate to a happy Disney movie.
Well, and also there are mean kids in school. And by making the mean kids not that mean, ugh, I mean, you middle schoolers know the kids are mean. To make them Disney like, it just doesn't work for me.
That's why it's relatable. That's why the book is so relatable, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I feel like the movie gets away from that a little bit. I like the movie. I think it's worth a watch. That's my in summation. I
Yes.
like the movie. I think it's worth a watch. I think if you've read the book, you should watch it just because it's fun to look at the differences, and it's okay to say, oh, I really didn't like how they did that. It's okay to have different interpretations of art.
Yeah. So students, bottom line, if you have a chance, uh, watch the movie and let us know what you think about our review and what you think about the movie in general. We will welcome your feedback.